Let's see the fear. Leaving scars for remorse. I got bark, won't starve. My outline dreamer. I'm a master of my fate. I'm a master of my fate. I'm a master of my fate.
Happy holidays, everyone. This week on TNA Explosion, Gia Miller goes around the ring with AJ Francis. The Don West, you've got to be kidding me, top 5 trending topics of the week. In case you missed it, and in our main event, the reigning Knockouts World Tag Team Champions, the IInspiration, battle Killer Kelly and Rosemary in a non-title matchup. But first, let's go back in time with From the Vault, presented by TNA+.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, being accompanied by American top teams Dan Lambert and KM. From Denver, Colorado, Bobby Lashley.
Lashley heads to the ring in this huge matchup at Genesis, along with Dan Lambert and KM, who, tell you what, since KM has kind of come along, seems like he's the new flavor of the month for Dan Lambert.
Yeah, I don't know how Lashley feels about that. I've asked him a few times. He told me that I'm trying to be like TMZ and to go away. And Lashley claims that there's nothing wrong between Lambert and himself, but, you know, we've seen it, JP.
Well, Lashley does his talking in the ring. Unfortunately, Lambert does his talking out of the ring, and it's quite a lot of talking, and it's a lot of talking that has irritated a lot of people. But regardless, proof is in the success, and certainly there's no arguing American top team success. And Lashley going one-on-one with Moose here at Genesis.
And his opponent from Moose Nation, 300 pounds, Moose.
The former Atlanta Falcon makes his way to the ring here on Impact at Genesis to face Lashley. And we want to talk about a battle of two superior athletes in Moose and Lashley. We are about to see that unfold. Take away the bad blood alone, and you've got two world-class performers at the top of their game right now. Throw in the bad blood, the history, all that's happened. We have the makings of quite a fight here tonight at Genesis.
I sat down with Moose earlier today, and Moose told me that he considers himself the greatest big man wrestler competing in the world today, bar none.
Hard to argue with the success he's had, no question about that. But he's going to have an opportunity to put those words on the line. We're going to find out the truth here as he is about to step into the ring with Lashley. Lambert on the outside of the ring, KM on the outside of the ring, and Lashley is set for battle.
You know, JP, we've been calling this a one-on-one match. We hope it's a one-on-one match, but you got KM out there, you got Dan Lambert out there. Hopefully, you know, Moose can keep his head on a swivel, keep these guys out of the match.
Well, certainly KM has done everything he can to impress Dan Lambert, to win over the members of American Top Team, and Dan Lambert has appreciated that effort and has welcomed him with open arms into the family. And right away, Lashley, those strikes, those right strikes to Moose. Moose covered up, he knows. You do not want to be on the other end of those.
No, not at all, and you can see the only difference between Lashley and Moose, I feel Lashley's just a little bit quicker than Moose.
He may be quicker, but I think Moose has the advantage in the agility category. We see Moose do things that members of the X Division do.
Yeah, you'll see Moose sit down at lunch and they'll go over, show each other clips of what they've done, and each one of them trying to outmatch the other.
Well, there's no doubt that Lashley is explosive. When it comes to the offense, few can compete on that level. However, Moose may be one of them. We're about to find out. Cover now. Moose quickly gets out of that. Fans, a reminder as well, get your Global Wrestling Network app. This is the app to download, iOS, Android, globalwrestlingnetwork.com. So much great content as Moose chopping away at Lashley.
Oh yeah, you can see how Lashley became a 3-time world champion, how Moose was once Impact Grand Champion. If you don't know the history of this great company, you have no excuse now, thanks to the app.
And of course, Moose, who has seen his friends like Eddie Edwards, and most recently, James Storm, be taken out by American Top Team. And obviously what we saw with James Storm sent him packing out of Impact Wrestling, and that has to be weighing on the mind of Moose in this matchup, knowing what Lambert's been able to accomplish in a very short time. Now look at this. Driving those shoulder blocks right into the midsection of Moose.
Look at the power and strength of Lashley. Everyone here knows this is going to be a long fight, right? You have to settle in for this one. So body shots like that will take their toll and play a huge factor in the winner of this match.
Of course, still to come tonight, our main event, triple threat match inside 6 sides of steel. Get ready for this. Lashley, quick snap suplex, rolls over and gets a 1 on Moose. Tonight, Eli Drake defends the Impact Global Championship against both Johnny Impact and Alberto El Patron in our main event, inside 6 sides of steel. If Johnny Impact do not get the victory, it will be their final chance at the Impact Global Championship tonight if they are not victorious.
And it had to come to this after what we saw last week in Motor City Mayhem and the way things played out. You have to put these guys inside a cage to find out who the best is.
A lot on the line tonight in our main event, but Moose taking it to Lashley in this one-on-one matchup. I mean, think back to how far these two have been at odds. Huge chop. Think back to even Triple Mania, where Moose eliminated Lashley.
Whoa!
Oh, wow, great cross-body block. You saw that. And a kip up from Moose. Are you kidding me?
Man's 299 pounds.
Let's take a look at that again.
Watch Moose here. 1, 2, springboards off, turns cross-body, nips up and ready to go.
Can he follow up? Can he capitalize on the momentum? Look out, Lashley. Leapfrog, come on.
Whoop.
A man that size, KM from the outside, trips up Moose. Look out, Lashley coming in. Ooh, takes out Moose with a clothesline. Again, just the incredible agility of Lashley. Both men, incredible displays of just raw physical talent in there tonight. More of this. Lashley doesn't want KM interfering in the match.
No, he does not.
During the break, we saw what happened as Lashley went to the outside, had some words with KM.
Yeah, it's interesting to see Lashley went out there and said, I don't need your guys' help here. You guys watch and see what I do in this match against Moose. Lambert got involved. You know, those things happen, though.
Moose now kicks out at 2. Lashley just relentless with the offense, goes right back in, and you see how he has Moose tangled up.
Beautiful.
Tied up and goes for a possible pin, but Moose had the right shoulder up, and KM on the outside of the ring, Lambert on the outside of the ring. Trying to serve a purpose out there.
Well, Lashley doesn't need to be distracted by the fans and KM, and you know, you have these internal struggles. You want that stuff to happen behind the scenes, not out here during a match.
Well, Lashley knows what it would mean to beat Moose, and vice versa. Quite frankly, at this point, Moose has been certainly such an incredible athlete in 2017, but he said 2018 is the year he wins it all.
Did you know, JB, that in China, 2018 is the year of the moose?
I did not know that. But Lashley right now is taking it to Moose on the outside of the ring. Showing that aggressive style. And we've seen that before, how dangerous Lashley is on the outside of the ring. Dangerous inside and out.
Consummate pro breaks up the count. You see things that Lashley does, driving Moose into the apron there. It all sets up for a devastating spear to end this match. Lashley knows exactly what he's doing.
Now Lashley follows up, goes back into the ring, is taking his time a bit now, and obviously fatigue has to be setting in. These two have been going at a fever pitch since the bell.
And that's the thing about Lashley, though. He's so comfortable going a million miles an hour, but he's also comfortable right here at no miles an hour. He's got you grinding down to a halt.
And of course, the American top team, Dan Lambert, you see here on the outside of the ring, couldn't be happier with things. He's been able to recruit KM successfully into the family, and as an incredible athlete like Lashley in his stable, and what we've seen from Lambert is just relentless in terms of trying to take down this entire organization. And he's done a pretty good job taking out the cowboy James Storm.
And now watch this.
Oh, great drop kick, high elevation. What an incredible vertical leap from Moose. Able to take Lashley, send him sailing in a hard landing outside the ring.
Now Moose wants this victory. He wants to be known as Mr. Impact Wrestling. He tweeted the other day that he is the face of Impact Wrestling. He needs to beat Lashley here tonight.
Lashley waiting for Moose, and now once again just so dangerous on the outside. You saw Lashley wind up with that kick and then sends Moose right into those steel steps on the outside of the ring.
Lashley's never in a rush. Nope.
Now once again, KM was kind of moving in. It's almost instinctual for KM to go on and take advantage of that situation when the referee's not looking, but Lashley fended KM off from doing just that. KM wants to get involved. Lashley wants nothing to do with KM's involvement in his business, at least, and now into that protective rail around ringside.
Lashley is walking Armageddon. He's a one-man army. He doesn't need anybody out there. He's been saying that for years. His attitude may have changed, but Lashley still wants to do this on his own.
It most certainly does. And on the outside of the ring once again, Lashley takes Moose. What's KM doing now? Come on. I'm gonna guess this is strictly against Lashley's orders.
KM wants to help.
Wow, KM is now putting a table in the ring, and Lashley wants nothing to do with that table. What's KM thinking?
Well, the referee's right there too, not for nothing.
Oh, yeah, I heard that headbutt connect. Moose goes in full steam ahead on Lashley. Ooh. In the corner repeated times, and now here comes hesitation. Drop kick on Lashley from Moose.
Trained to Moose Nation. He's fired up.
And now elbow stops Moose, but hang on, hold on, here it comes. Go to hell! Lashley taken and nearly pinned by Moose. How close was that? We have to see that again.
The go to hell from Moose. The choke slam off the top rope. Lashley has the wherewithal to kick out. What a match.
Lashley to his feet. Moose stands in waiting. Leapfrog right over Moose, and
Whoa!
are you kidding me? Did Lashley did he really? Oh, spear! There's a spear that takes out Moose. Cover two. And how did Moose even know where he was? gonna see this again. Look at this offense from Lashley.
Lashley not to be outdone by Moose. A Hurricane Rana in the center of the ring. The spear. Lashley doesn't hook a leg. Sometimes he hooks an arm. It cost him. Moose was able to get on the bottom rope.
Wait a minute now. KM on the outside of the ring telling Lashley, use the table.
What's wrong with this guy?
Hold on, Moose now. Ooh, sends Lashley into KM. And now,
Boom!
Takes down Lashley, clothesline cover, 2. And nearly enough. How was Lashley able to kick out of that? Moose feeling the momentum.
Looking to load him up for the game changer.
Takes down Lashley. Moose, cover, 2. And Moose is victorious at Genesis.
Here is your winner, Moose!
And now, here on TNA Explosion, it's time for the Don West, you've got to be kidding me, top 5 trending topics of the week in honor of the late great TNA Hall of Famer, Don West. At number 5, last night in the main event of Impact, Team TNA defeated Team NXT inside of a steel cage match, but it was not without controversy. Team NXT prevented Matt Hardy from even getting inside the cage, and then the Righteous dragged away the body of Matt Hardy. Then, after Team TNA had gone on to win the matchup despite the man disadvantage, it was Ariana Grace who betrayed her father, Santino Marella. For the complete story, head to TNAWrestling.com and TNA social and digital platforms, or watch back Impact on demand right now on TNA Plus. At number 4, speaking of TNA social and digital platforms, you've probably noticed as of late the nominees for the 2025 TNA Wrestling Year-End Awards. The winners will be revealed on the December 25th episode of TNA Impact on Christmas Day, a special holiday edition of TNA Impact. At number 3, this past weekend at WWE's Saturday Night's main event featuring John Cena's final match, it was an encounter that TNA fans have been dying for. The reigning TNA X Division champion Leon Slater and AJ Styles were opponents in an epic tag team matchup. Head to TNA social and digital platforms to see what went down. At number 2, speaking of Leon Slater, this has been a tremendous week for the youngest in charge. This past Tuesday on NXT, Leon Slater attempted to become the #1 contender to the NXT champion Obafemi in a fatal 4-way matchup. Head to TNA social and digital platforms and find out what happened. And at number 1, last night on Impact, we saw a 20-man battle royal that was won by Bear Bronson. It was just his second match ever in TNA Wrestling. And by virtue of that victory, Bear Bronson has earned the right to challenge Frankie Kazarian for the TNA World Championship. Bronson will challenge Kazarian in 2 weeks on Impact, the first episode of TNA Impact in 2026. Still to come here on Explosion, Killer Kelly and Rosemary have an opportunity against the Knockouts World Tag Team Champions, the Inspiration, at a non-title bout. But coming up next, Gia Miller goes around the ring with AJ Francis right here on Explosion. Welcome back to TNA Explosion, and now it's time for Around the Ring with Gia Miller.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Around the Ring. As always, I'm your host, Gia Miller, and today we are sitting down with my friend, AJ Francis.
How are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you so much for sitting down with me once again. Last time we talked was right here in this very building.
In El Paso.
But a lot of time has passed.
Yep.
You were about to go to Hawaii.
Uh-huh.
How was that? Tell me about that trip.
Hawaii was great. Had a lovely, pretty little thing with me. We had a good time. She taught me the true meaning of aloha. And you know, It was a lot of Waikiki vibes. It was good. You know what's funny is you got good timing because next week I'm going to Barbados.
Ooh, you know what? We're just gonna have to have you on every time you are about to go on a trip.
Yeah, I know.
Little travel vlog. Okay, so Barbados, what are you planning on doing?
You know, a beautiful woman. And,
Period.
You know, a couple hours on the beach in the sun, drinking some, you know, fruity drinks.
Some margaritas, pina coladas.
Getting in the water, swimming around a little bit. It's getting cold outside. I don't do the cold. You know, I'm from Maryland. You know what I'm saying? And I moved away from Maryland the first chance I could. You know, I went to Florida. Now I live in Texas, but both places much warmer than Maryland.
Oh, yes. I've just recently become a Floridian.
Oh, it's lovely.
After a couple years in Ohio.
Oh my God.
Praise the Lord. I am out of the Midwest.
It's funny, like when I used to live in Florida and then I would go home to Maryland, I'd be like, I can't believe this is the same country.
I know. And like, that's the thing. Like, if you think about like England and Europe, all those countries are like the size of states.
Literally.
And so then they come over here and they're like,
I was just talking about that. I was talking about that with Tom Hannafin because Iowa basketball team, they recruit a lot of Europeans. And I was making the joke that like, when you're a European and you go to Iowa, you're like, wow, this is great.
yeah. And when you're an American, you go, oh, God.
Iowa.
Oh, God. I got to go to Iowa. I got to go to Iowa in a couple weeks. So we'll see how that goes. But, okay, Barbados, the warm weather. I'm very, very jealous. Okay, so that's your traveling. But we also got the holidays coming up.
Yep.
You were sporting your Grinch sweater last night.
Should have had it on today.
Oh man, we'll get it. We'll get it
in post.
We'll get it in post. Yeah, we'll just Photoshop it in. We'll superimpose. There's a lot of editing.
Yeah.
But so Christmas time, I'm a huge Christmas mark. Are you big into Christmas? You like the celebrations?
Love Christmas. You know, my mom, she passed away 8 years ago, but Christmas was always her favorite holiday. And so it always feels good. You know, Christmas, it brings me closer to her, I feel like. So I do a lot of the same traditions we used to do when I was a kid. When I put the Christmas tree up, we listen to Mariah Carey's Christmas album.
Oh, period.
You know, so, you know, I got a nice ornament for her. And then, you know, my whole house is decorated. When I was a kid, we didn't really have the money to decorate the house like that. But my mom used to always like talk about like she used to always want to do something big and like so like now when I'm an adult and I'm grown, I got some funds. My house on the block, you can see it from a mile away.
Oh, and I'm sure she's looking down on it and so happy and so proud. So when do you start decorating?
Okay, this we might have some beef here.
Oh, okay.
But I genuinely believe that if you put your Christmas decorations up before Thanksgiving, you're a bad person. You're a bad person, and I judge you, and I don't think that you belong in a civilized society.
Well, don't watch my episode with Ryan Dennis. Because I am like, as soon as Halloween's over.
This Thanksgiving erasure must stop.
I didn't, like, Loki
the war
didn't
of
even
Thanksgiving
celebrate.
is getting out of control.
I do love Thanksgiving, but like...
Not enough to respect it.
No, not enough. I just love Christmas so much. Okay, so you mentioned Christmas traditions. Are there any other traditions that you look forward to?
Yeah, I got, you know, we always order Chinese food on Christmas Day.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask about food as well.
That's fun. You know, we usually cook a big dinner and have people over for Christmas Eve.
Nice.
At midnight on Christmas Eve, everybody gets to open one gift.
Okay.
We take turns picking Christmas movies for people to watch all month.
Oh.
That's an all-month thing.
Okay.
So, like, we'll sit down and be chilling, especially in my setup I have now because I play a lot of video games. I got one TV right here for the video games, and then right next to it we have for movies and stuff. So, like, the other day I watched The Christmas Chronicles.
Oh, okay.
Great new Christmas movie.
Yeah.
It's not new. It's probably like 5 or 6 years old now, but it's
But newer. It's not like a classic one.
But yeah, my favorite Christmas movies are like Friday After Next.
Okay.
Love Actually.
Okay.
Obviously the Grinch, Jim Carrey Grinch. All the Grinches, but Jim Carrey Grinch.
Yeah, top tier.
You know?
I can watch that year round.
Oh yeah, literally
it's
can watch
so funny.
Literally can watch it year round. You know, and then there's so many other great Christmas movies that I really enjoy. So it's like Christmas has way better movies than Thanksgiving. I'll give you that.
Yeah, not enough Thanksgiving. Maybe if we had more like Thanksgiving movies or like Thanksgiving songs. There's no Thanksgiving songs.
Elf. How did I forget Elf?
Oh yeah,
Elf.
I'm a Christmas Vacation girl. I love Christmas Vacation.
I love, you know.
Oh my gosh.
I don't deny it. Christmas Vacation is great.
Yeah.
It's funny because like I didn't know that the vacations were like all the same thing as a kid. right? So the first vacation I ever saw was Vegas Vacation.
Oh,
'cause
okay.
It came out when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And then my dad was like, you should see the Christmas one. I was like, what Christmas one?
Christmas Vacation.
That's
Like,
a good one.
the opening song
Yeah.
goes so hard.
Yeah, it actually does.
It really does.
It actually does. I need to remix it.
Yeah. Bum, 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 bum. If you need any female vocals,
I got you.
I'm here. I'm right here. Listen, I hope you have a super, super Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year. I know you're gonna be celebrating that too.
Oh, you know that. You know that. It's a new year, and we outside.
Hey,
That's the lyrics to my song, if you weren't aware.
New Year, but same you, because don't mess with perfection.
I know that's right.
Don't mess with perfection.
right. And
No
it takes one to
resolutions.
know one.
Come on now, baby. Come on. Well, thank you so much for sitting down with me
No problem.
once again. And now we got to get back to work, people. This has been Around the Ring.
Still to come, the Knockouts World Tag Team Champions, the IInspiration, square off with Killer Kelly and Rosemary in non-title Knockouts Tag Team action. But up next, did you miss anything from Impact? No problem, we'll get you all caught up. It's In Case You Missed It, next on Explosion. Welcome back to TNA Explosion, and now it's time for In Case You Missed It.
And now Brooks Jensen suffers. Can only imagine. Oh, what Santino Morales dealing with. His own future son-in-law Stax just took him out.
Those tensions boiling very high. Ariana Grace caught in the middle of it. Even took a little bit of it out on Stax we saw last week. Tensions boiling over.
Macklin with an Olympic slam to the man who took the international championship from him, Stax.
Oh, wait a second. That's not a good position for Stax there.
This is half a ton of steel, and there's no give. Stax just got caught in the crosshairs. Macklin trying to win it for TNA and a kick out.
Just in the nick of time there for Stax. The punishment starting to really add up in this one.
There were bodies all over the steel cage, and somehow, despite TNA being at a 4 versus 5 disadvantage, they're still in this thing.
What is Macklin doing?
Macklin's feeling the environment of this steel cage, but oh my God, he's calling for the jar headbutt. Macklin's thinking about a diving headbutt off the top of the cage onto Stax. And now Jensen up there to slow down Macklin. Who knows how that could have ended?
But now he might be paying for it. Stax and Jensen now meeting Macklin at the top.
Oh dear God, Stax going up to get Macklin. And now Santino and Santana going up to try and help Macklin. Oh dear God, all these bodies crashing to the canvas.
El Paso, you're not wrong. We have to take a look back at this. The absolute mass of humanity collapsing to the mat all the way from the top. Macklin might be out.
And now Santino Marella trying to summon the strength to win this for TNA. There's Jensen.
He still got it. The splits are now reaching on. There it is.
Look out! Cobra! Spin the block! Cover! Team TNA sends the NXT Outlaws packing!
Here are your winners, Team TNA!
The war has been won. Team TNA sends the NXT Outlaws packing.
Despite the disadvantage, TNA fought valiantly. The circumstance surrounding Matt Hardy is still extremely disturbing.
But in the end, Jeff Hardy, Santino Marella, Steve Macklin, and Mike Santana fought and bled for those 3 letters.
It is now full steam ahead to January 15th, the AMC premiere of Thursday Night Impact and, of course, Genesis. Well, right now, look, Santino Marella, I do not like the look on his face.
Remember his final resolution closed out. It was Stacks who knocked out his soon-to-be father-in-law, Santino Marella.
Ariana Grace out here. Wait a second. Santino may not be done here.
Santino's daughter, Ariana Grace, has been caught in the middle of this situation.
He's always trying to support her father, however, through all this tension.
Oh my God! What in the hell?
Damn it, are you kidding me?
Ariana, that's your own father!
And now Stacks with the beatdown. Santana's trying to get back in the cage. Ariana had it locked.
Ariana locked the cage.
And she has the key.
Mike Santana's trying to get inside the cage to help out Santino. Oh! And now Macklin trying to scale the cage. Stacks is running for his life.
Macklin gunning for Stacks.
What are you doing at your father? What is your father?
You don't know what the heck is going on.
Where's your dead father? What are you doing?
You have a daughter, don't you? You have a daughter? I hope you're nothing like him, but you probably are a deadbeat. A deadbeat who chooses the industry. Get out of my way. Get out of my way.
Up next, it's our main event. It is a non-title bout as the Knockouts World Tag Team Champions, the IInspiration, face Killer Kelly and Rosemary. Don't go anywhere. Our main event is next. Welcome back to TNA Explosion. And now it's time for our main event.
Following tag team matches scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from the Undead Realm, Rosemary.
You are looking at one of the most prolific Knockouts World Tag Team Champions of all time. The Knockouts legend, Rosemary, ready for action here on Explosion. Rosemary consistent in her sick and twisted ways, ready to team up with Killer Kelly tonight. Yeah. Rosemary would fit in right on the Walking Dead. Our new home of AMC beginning Thursday, January 15th. TNA Thursday Night Impact will make its new home on AMC.
You describe Rosemary as sick and twisted, but her partner tonight is another individual we know to be pretty strange and unusual herself, and that is Killer Kelly.
And her tag team partner from Lisbon, Portugal, Killer Kelly.
Killer Kelly, a two-time Knockouts World Tag Team Champion within the team known as MK Ultra. Who could forget her vicious dog collar match a few years ago at Against All Odds 2023. There appears to be a bond here between Killer Kelly and Rosemary. They just seem to fit, Gia. What do you think?
Well, don't forget that once upon a time before MK Ultra, during the Death Doll days, Rosemary did try to recruit Killer Kelly. And now, her sights are set on Rosemary.
And their opponents, they are the TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Champions, the team of Cassie Lee and Jessie McKay, the IInspiration.
Gia, are you feeling inspired?
I am. They sparkle, they shine, they inspire, and they are your Knockouts World Tag Team Champions.
We really have Knockouts World Tag Team Championship royalty in this match because I mentioned multiple tag titles for Rosemary, multiple for Killer Kelly. The Inspiration are two-time Knockouts World Tag Team Champions, and in my opinion, they are the women's tag team in professional wrestling.
I have to agree with you on that one. And a lot of experience is coming into this matchup, so I hope everybody has their popcorn ready to watch this clinic.
Now, Matthew Raywald has said that the Inspiration are bullying him. I completely disagree with that. What have you heard backstage?
Well, if they were bullying him,
Right,
I'd say he probably deserves it. So,
One might agree with you.
yeah. Well, theoretically, hypothetically,
The bald do deserve it. They deserve ridicule.
yeah, because it is a choice.
It's been an odd year for the bald in pro wrestling when you think about it. 2025, pro wrestling fans have not been kind to the bald.
No, and they don't really deserve kindness, do they?
So here we go. The Inspiration. A little positivity here to start this off. It'll be Jessie McKay up against Rosemary off the bell. Our referee, Frank Gastineau. Rosemary, of course, a former TNA Knockouts World Champion. Right in the face of Jessie. You got to be careful because Rosemary will bite. And the referee wise to be wary. Oh! Jessie McKay taking down Rosemary, center of the ring. Best of luck corralling the Demon Assassin. Now Rosemary lashing out with that spinning back fist. On the move, tag made, in comes Cassie Lee.
Oh, she's going for it. She will roll you.
Oh, the double axe handle crowning the elbow.
Sure.
Kind of. Gia, what do you think has made the Inspiration so successful as a team?
Honestly, I think it's just the fact that they are always on the same page.
Oh, no! Rosemary biting the knuckle.
She'll bite you anywhere she can.
Tag made, in comes Jessie. You were saying?
They are always on the same page. See, here's a great example. Perfect synchronicity.
That is a word.
Yes.
Very well done. An Alabama education for you.
Roll Tide.
Oh! Shot right to the midsection of Killer Kelly. An inspiring and iconic performance thus far for the champs.
How do you feel, Tom? Do you feel inspired?
I always feel inspired. I love seeing Cassie and Jessie because they make Matthew Raywalt cry.
Oh, we love them for that. True queens.
This is Cassie going after Rosemary. Rosemary on a little, ankle biter. Oh my God!
Did she miss catering? She seems hungry.
Best of luck to our referee trying to control Rosemary in this match.
Might have to get her a muzzle.
Oh, back elbow there. Oh, wait a minute now, Killer Kelly. Oh, what in the world is happening in this match?
Egad!
Jessie trying to get the referee's attention and a Samoan drop by Rosemary. The referee didn't see the contact by Killer Kelly. Here's a cover and a kick out. I do need to stress this is a non-title matchup with the Knockouts World Tag Team Champions in action. However, if Rosemary and Killer Kelly were to beat the champions, Gia, maybe they could get a future title shot.
That makes a lot of sense to me. And now it's Killer Kelly's turn.
Tag made, in comes Killer Kelly. Close range, these knees to Cassie Lee. Oh, neck breaker, center of the ring. Kelly on the move and a shot right to the back of the neck.
A big blow.
Cover, hook to the leg, oh, and a kick out by Cassie Lee.
I talked about the inspiration always being on the same page. Now, this might be the first time we're seeing Killer Kelly and Rosemary team up, but so far, we're seeing a lot of good teamwork from these two.
Off the fisherman suplex, here's the cover, and a kick out by Cassie. I agree with you. It has been great teamwork thus far. Great opportunity here on Explosion against the champions. Everyone trying to stand out as a new era begins on January 15th. AMC is the new home of TNA Thursday Night Impact. We hope you'll join us that night in Dallas, Texas, live January 15th from 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern for the AMC premiere of TNA Thursday Night Impact. You can get your tickets now at TNAWrestling.com. Oh! Both Rosemary and Cassie go down hard center of the ring.
And both knockouts are reeling.
And Gia, this new era for TNA Wrestling on AMC. What an opportunity for the knockouts. Tag made. Jesse to meet Killer Kelly. Oh, and Rosemary trying to get involved, and Jesse taking out both at the same time.
She's fired up and she's ready to go.
Jesse crashing down in the corner. Oh no, Rosemary into Killer Kelly.
Two birds, one foot.
Jesse's in the zone. There goes Rosemary, hard to the outside. Jesse on the attack, turns Killer Kelly inside out, center of the ring. Hook to the leg here and a kick out by Kelly. Now Jessie McKay looking around, was trying to set up with Cassie Lee, is now going for the press release, trying to end this matchup and take away Killer Kelly. Oh! Down goes Kelly. Oh, there's Rosemary grabbing a handful of hair. Jessie McKay takes out Rosemary. Hold on, Kelly. Kelly trying to get the win right there.
Oh, wow, I thought we were gonna see an upset.
Double chop right to the throat.
Like I said, some good tag team work.
Oh, face first into the knee goes Killer Kelly.
Jesse's having to take them on both by herself right now, but here comes Cassie.
Oh, there's Cassie Lee to protect Jessie McKay. Great tag team work. And now setting up Killer Kelly for the Idolizer. The champions get the win.
Here are your winners, the TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Champions, the IInspiration.
Gia, how do you think the Inspiration will celebrate tonight here in El Paso, Texas?
I imagine they'll have a little meat combo waiting on them backstage.
Marks for Marks. My favorite. Margaritas for everybody. It'll be an iconic and an inspiring evening. The Knockouts World Tag Team Champions, the Inspiration, your winners here on Explosion.